everybody. Okay, so I've been saying for a while that I'm going to show you all a tutorial about how to do the side front braid, so I'm going to do that right now. Sorry that it's not a very exciting background, but I have to be able to see in the mirror, which is over here, and the rest of my room is disgusting and dirty. So if you don't already know how to French braid or braid at all, you probably want to check out a tutorial on YouTube about that first, because you kind of need to know how to do this to do the front side braid. So start with your hair. You'd be surprised how short your hair can be and still do this. Like, it can be like that long, like just if you have bangs. If you want to, you can section some off to pull out and keep out in the front. That's how Ashlee Simpson wears it a lot. I'm just gonna braid it all up right now. So the first thing you need to do is make a kind of severe side part as far over as you want the braid to start. You can part it further than you normally would and further than you might think that you would, because it's not gonna look like it starts over quite as far as normal, but you wanna leave a reasonable amount of hair on the side, especially if you're gonna leave your hair down. So then you want to section it off like this so that you just have like a chunk of it in the front. It's up to you how far back you want to go. That depends on where your forehead starts. Like, my forehead starts kind of far back, so I have to go kind of far back with mine. So it's up to you. So I'm just going to tie the rest of that hair back so that it's out of the way. So now you're going to braid this part that you have hanging down. So now look over here to get the piece that I want. So I like to start at this back corner, but I mean, you can pull from the whole side if you want to. So you get your first piece about this big. I mean, just the normal amount you would take to start French braiding. Obviously, you have to split it into 3 pieces because you're going to braid. And you just start French braiding this piece that you have. I used to only pull the hair from the front, but I've actually found that the braid gets thicker sooner if you pull it from the front and the back, and so that usually looks better. Now, one thing that will distinguish some of these from others is whether you do a regular French braid or an inside-out French braid. I'm doing an inside-out French braid, and all that means is the pieces from the side go underneath the piece from the middle instead of on top. That doesn't make sense to you, just do it the way you know how to do it. So either way it will work. And what you want to do while you're braiding it is try to pull it back so that the braid's not right up here by your hairline. So you're going to keep doing that. This one might not look all that awesome because I'm not looking in the mirror, but you'll definitely be able to get the idea. And it's up to you how tight you want to pull it. You can play with that to see what works best for you and what you like the look of. And don't feel bad if you end up having to take it down and put it back up a couple of times. I have to do that almost every time I do it. Like, this first time around, I didn't get it very close to the part, and so I think it looks a little bit funny. But it is up to you, and you'll get the hang of it after you do it a little bit. So when you get to the end of it, I'm just going to leave those pieces hanging down alone because they didn't quite fit up in it. You can finish braiding the end. I mean, you could just pin it back if you wanted, but I'm going to finish braiding the end for now. You can do what you want at this point, and whether or not you'll braid all the way to the end will depend on the hairstyle that you're going to do. So I'm just going to I just have a clear hair tie. I like to use those since my hair is light, because you don't see them and they're not very bulky at all. So I like to use those kind. So there it is. At that point, you can style your hair so that you can leave it down like this if you want to. And then, of course, you can also put it back if you want to. If you want to put it all back like this. I recommend teasing your hair at your crown if you're going to do that. Or finally, if you want to, you can take this braid, like, sometimes it doesn't hang flat, it kind of sticks out like it is right there. See how that looks kind of silly? And you can pin it, put it back here, put a little of this back hair over it, and put a bobby pin underneath that's the same color as your hair. And then it'll look like this on the side. So this is what it should look like from the top. And this is what it will look like when it's done. So I hope that's helpful. I don't know what else to say about it. It helps if you have hair products in your hair because they'll stick together a little bit better and not be too wispy. So if you have wispy hair, and if you have curly hair, it looks so cute because you have a lot of bulk, and so it can be a really chunky braid. So I hope that's helpful. I would love to see your hairstyles and your hair tips too. So if you have a video, make sure to link me to it. And thanks so much for reading. Love you all. Bye.